modification that I want to talk about was inspired by Two Bees in a Pod, and it is using the chopping board as a cover for the sink. And the way that we did it was we took this 30cm chopping board bought off Amazon and glued a 25cm chopping board onto the back of it with a contact adhesive, and that means that it can sit nice and snug, covering the sink, and it leaves the tap free. You don't need to cut any notches or anything out for that. And then we would use this for putting a kettle on or a toaster or whatever, putting some pots on. And when we want to chop, we actually turn it over and use this smaller board on the back of this. That way any knife marks or anything don't get seen when it's sitting as a chopping board. So thanks again to Two Bees in a Pod for that idea. Another modification that we made, if you can call it a modification, an addition, was to use this 10-inch tablet as a TV. Now when we got the pod, it already had this extending TV arm on it. So what we did was we got one of these, I don't know if you can see it there, little what would you call it, little USB splitters, which gives us 3 USB outputs, and it also tells us what the charge is on the battery and what ampage everything that's plugged in is. Tablet is a Neo Core, and it was brand new, just £70, again on Amazon, so really cheap. And what I've done is I've glued these little, they're for holding your tablet or your phone, little elasticated holding straps. They actually come with self-adhesive pads on the back, but they just weren't strong enough. So I just used a contact adhesive, quite a lot of it, as you can see, sort of overkill. And these bits just go over these top bits here and hold the tablet in place. So I'll show you that in a moment. Here we are with the tablet in place, and it's fully adjustable obviously because it's on the arm at the back there. I've also got a Bluetooth speaker which charges up at the same time, and we also have a mobile phone up there that's charging as well. So with that, what I did was I installed Amazon Prime Video. You can put Netflix or whatever on it. And I also installed Spotify, Amazon Prime Music, and Kindle. And so it becomes truly like a multimedia centre. We can watch movies, connect it up to our phones, use our phones as sort of tether them, so we can watch whatever we want. I also tend to download a couple of movies and a few TV episodes from Amazon Prime, so that they're there available if we don't get internet reception when we get where we're going. So we've got something to watch should we want to. So those are the main modifications that I want to talk about just now. However, there are 2 more. Actually, let's just talk about one of them just now. One of them is these little flaps. Now, you're not supposed to cover the vents, and this was something that someone said, oh, you're covering the vents. Actually, we're not, and I don't know if you can see it moving there in the wind, and the air is actually still getting into the pod, but it's being deflected straight down rather than hitting the back of your neck when you're sitting. So there is actually a gap that allows the air to come in. These were made just with little neoprene sheets. I think it's called funky foam. One sheet actually cut in half, some self-stick Velcro pads, a piece of metal rod to weight it, and then just Velcroed onto the pod, and we just added our GoPodCast logo onto that as well, just to jazz it up a little bit. So if I just move around, you should be able to see that in fact there is actually a gap there and the air does still come through. It just doesn't blow. You can see it moving. It just doesn't blow into the back of your neck, which can be really cold. The last modification that we made is that we've taken the table out. We don't use it at all. We found that it got in the way and it was just cumbersome. And following the lead of Two Bees in a Pod, again, it's a wonderful channel. If you haven't checked it out, go and check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. And we've put slats in instead. Now the new GoPods come with slats, but the older ones, slightly older ones, don't. So I went ahead and made some slats, and I'll document or just go over how I made them with you in the next video. But for now, thanks for watching.